Okay, I wanted to take some time to go over the lessons that I've left you in Scratch programming. These may be presented to you by another person other than myself. However, if I am using this at a later date and I find that we've had good success in Scratch programming, then I would certainly use these lessons again. As I pointed out, the purpose of these lessons is to prepare you for programming in Robot C. Robot C is a little bit different type of computer language. However, in both Scratch and Robot C, we are using some drag and drop commands, and in both instances we can change those, and you'll learn about this with your Scratch programming that you'll be doing in this room here on your Chromebooks. So before we start any new unit, it's important that we follow our building-wide expectations. Be respectful, be responsible, and be safe. Our classroom behavior should exhibit a good outcome in these lessons that I've left for you. So the way I have this set up, I have 5 lessons set up. What I would want you to do is come in, do your bell ringers first, save those in a draft, and then you will have some time to look at a video about coding, which this is not a video that I made, but then I've also left a video on starting the Scratch program. The Scratch program comes from the website scratch.mit.edu. On the right hand side of your screen there's 5 different tutorials, and I'll show you that in a minute. But what I'd like to point out is that there are 5 different slides for each day of this unit that we'll be going through. So there's a video about coding or computer science, and then there's a video about doing your tutorial, and these come after doing your bell ringers. So let me back up to this first one. Computer science, computer program, just some things I'd like to touch upon as you're doing these. Let's do our bell ringer as an example so that I can show you how it would save in a draft. So I would come in, I would open my Gmail, and the 2 bell ringers are computer science and computer program. And I won't do the whole thing, but if I go to compose and I send it to me and I title it bell ringer and I put in the date, so let's say it is maybe 9/26/17 if this is being used for the first time. So I have, if I could remember them, computer science, computer program. So computer science, maybe I could spell that with one hand as I'm holding the microphone, and computer program. And then here is where I'd put my definitions. I won't look those up. I'm not going to waste too much time for you because I know you have some activities you'd like to work on. So definitions go in there. So you do your usual bell ringer format. You copy and paste your definitions in there. Now, I'm just going to leave this open, and I'm going to go to my scratch.mit.edu. Now, you'll notice over here, my drafts, it says there's one email in drafts. That is actually this email right here. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to open Scratch. Scratch.mit.edu, and you'll see this in the tutorial video, but just to give you an idea what's going on, we'll open up Scratch, and over here is the tutorials that I'm having you do. I'm having you do these 5: getting started with Scratch, make a birthday card, animate a name, make it fly, and make music. So I'm not going to do any of those right now. but you'll have a program going on in this script area, and you'll have something going on in your program. So all your code's over here on the right. These drag over to the right. Over here, this is your stage area where your program runs. Now, when you're ready to send this in, I'm going to have you do a screenshot. So you hold down on the control and the monitor button in the middle of your Chromebook keyboard, and that will copy the screen. So I just copied my screen right here, and it's the end of the period. I got my program looking good. I'm going to go back to my Gmail, if I could get my head wrapped around that, and I'm going to paste that image in there. So this is what you'd see at the end of the period. So if I'm out of the building and I'm trying to look at this, this is what I should see. I should see your bell ringers for this date, and I should see an image, and then I would just send that off. And that should show up in my inbox if I refresh that. There it is. I'm going to go ahead and open that. So I would see your 2 bell ringers there, and I would see an image of your program. So over the duration of 5 days, I would be looking for 5 different sets of bell ringers and 5 different images of the program. That way I know you've done that work. Now going back to Scratch real quick here, if you're really good at this and you want to keep doing tutorials, as you see there's more than just 5, there's more than 10 in fact, you can keep doing those. Send me those images and I can give you a little bit of extra credit. If you're at that point anyway, you're probably getting an A, but the more you try, the more you learn. And that's the whole point of being here. So,